So I'm here in Taiji at the lookout point, and it's the 16th of January. The sea is up this morning. It's not as cold as it has been, and we're hoping and praying that no dolphins are hunted today. Yesterday was a difficult day. Probably roughly about 60 to 80 dolphins were driven into the cove. Not into the cove, sorry, into Taiji harbour. They had a massive pod out there. It probably went up to 100, but some of them broke away, and we actually think the fishermen allowed them to break away. They drove the rest into the harbour, and then there was a lot of milling around. We weren't sure what they were doing, and as it turned out, they took roughly half the pod, 2 boats did, and shepherded them out to open sea. And the funny thing is that my colleague Leah and I were up there at the point over the cove, wishing and praying and saying, wouldn't it be marvellous, they're here in the harbour, and wouldn't it be fantastic if they turned around and left now, if they could get out. And lo and behold, it's exactly what happened, except they didn't escape from their own volition. They were actually shepherded out by the fishermen. So that was a wonderful moment. We were still very worried about the 30 to 40 that were still being held, but I decided to be in the moment and to just enjoy the fact that 40 souls also escaped. And we hope and pray that they go back out to where the rest of their family are, and tell everybody, do not come past Taiji, find other hunting and fishing areas, dolphins, please. So sadly then, the rest of the dolphins were corralled into the cove and they were slaughtered. The thing that strikes me this year about dolphins, the striped dolphins particularly, is that they are managing them a whole lot better. It's a lot calmer the way they bring them into the cove. They're gently bringing them in because they're very jumpy, excitable little dolphins. Last year we had that terrible, terrible, terrible day when they went mad. They brought a huge pod into the cove. Leah filmed it, I filmed it, Sea Shepherd filmed it, we all filmed it. And it was a shocking day. Dolphins stranded and threw themselves onto rocks and were dying in total agony for hours. Now they bring them in a lot more carefully, a lot more slowly. And our presence here, I think, has done that. They don't want to be seen to be, creating chaos and more difficult situation and pain for the dolphins. So, I'm grateful for that. I try to remember what to be grateful for. I'm grateful that the dolphins, when they are driven into the cove, are managed mostly better than they used to be, and that they now are turning away dolphins, turning them back out to sea because they don't need them. Because the other thing that we've noticed is that the sale of dolphin meat has gone down here. Most definitely. My friend Len and I stood in the supermarket the other day and watched for 45 minutes to see who bought dolphin meat. And the only person who bought it was a little old lady, a very, very old lady. Nobody else was interested. Over 3 or 4 days, the dolphin meat that was in there was marked down in price. It wasn't selling. So that is a great thing. I see many changes here in Taiji this year. The other thing that I'm very grateful for is we have some special police here who have been very polite and helpful and courteous to us, and who assure us that they're here to help us and to keep the peace. So I'm very grateful for that as well. So hopes are high that no dolphins caught today.